Apple Resources Private Limited.
Welcome students to an enriching learning journey ahead with Wood Apple Resources. Class 4 EVS. I'm your teacher Vani. Here are your friends.
I am Bhupi. I am Abby.
Dear students, today I am going to teach you Chapter 16, Blocks to Building. Hello everyone. Today I have two interesting pictures to show you. Take a close look at them and tell me, what do you see? What do you think these houses are made of? And also, which one would you prefer to live in and why?
The first picture looks like a tree house. I think it's made of wood, maybe with some leaves or straw. The second one looks like a bungalow. It's probably made of bricks and cement.
Excellent. You have identified them correctly. Now, which one would you prefer to live in and why?
I would love to live in the tree house because it's close to nature and seems like a fun place to stay. I would choose the bungalow because it looks strong and comfortable. Perfect for living with my family.
Wonderful choices. Now, let's explore how these materials are used in different types of houses and how construction has evolved over time. I have a story to share about someone named Sodhi Ji who lives in a grand Haveli in Old Delhi. But here's something interesting. When he was a child, he lived in a simple mud house. Can you guess what materials might have been used to build that mud house?
Maybe they use mud and some wood straw or leaves too.
Exactly. Sodhi Ji's house was built using natural materials like mud, cow dung, wood, straw and leaves from neem and kikar trees. These houses were built by family members, but they needed frequent repairs with the walls and floors being coated every week to keep them sturdy.
Oh, that must have been a lot of work.
It was. As Sodhi Ji grew up, he realized that there could be a better way to build houses. He started a small brick factory. Now, who can guess why bricks might be stronger than mud?
Because bricks are baked in a kiln, right? So they become harder.
Yes, that's exactly it. Bricks made from clay are much stronger and last longer. Let's learn how Sodhi Ji makes these bricks in his factory with just 4 basic steps. Preparation of brick clay. First, clay is mixed with water to get a smooth mixture, just like when we mix dough for making chapatis. Molding of bricks. This mixture is then poured into molds to get that perfect rectangular shape we see in bricks. Drying and burning of bricks. The bricks are left to dry for 7 to 14 days before they are burnt in a kiln to make them strong and hard, cool and ready to use. Finally, after cooling, these bricks become solid and are ready to be used for building houses. Bricks aren't the only materials used in modern construction. We also use cement, concrete, steel, wood, and glass. Cement is a finely ground powder that hardens and binds bricks when mixed with sand and water. Concrete, which is a mixture of cement, sand, crushed stone, and water, becomes extremely hard and is often used for building strong structures.
But isn't there a problem with traditional brick kilns?
Yes, you're right. Traditional brick kilns cause air pollution because they use coal in the brick making process. That's why the government of India has banned them. Nowadays, fly ash bricks are used as they are more eco-friendly. Fly ash bricks are a great alternative because they are made from the waste of power plants, reducing pollution and recycling materials. Isn't it amazing how we can build houses while also protecting the environment?
That's so cool. I didn't know we could make bricks in an eco-friendly way. तो देखा कैसे हम पुरानी टेक्निक से लेकर नए इको फ्रेंडली तरीकों तक आ गए हैं घर बनाने में। आज के टाइम में हमें सिर्फ मजबूत घर ही नहीं बल्कि पर्यावरण का भी ध्यान रखना जरूरी है। इसी तरह हम फ्यूचर में और भी अच्छे और सेफ घर बना सकते हैं।
Now that we know how bricks are made, let's continue the story of Sodhi Ji and his family. After making a good profit from his brick factory, Sodhi Ji decided to move his growing family from the mud house to a haveli. This grand haveli was built using limestone, wood, stone chips and bricks. It had rooms with thick walls and high ceilings, all built around a central courtyard or angan. Imagine the children playing, the ladies working, and the elders chatting in that cozy angan.
That sounds like such a lively place to live.
It really was. And as time went on, Sodhi Ji's sons grew up in that haveli, and now their families live there too. They all followed in Sodhi Ji's footsteps and got involved in the construction business. The eldest son, Joginder, runs a modern brick factory that's fully automatic. This means machines do most of the work, making the process faster and more efficient. The second son, Karanpreet, became an architect. An architect is someone who designs buildings. Karanpreet makes plans for houses using tools like a computer, a drawing board, a compass, and a scale.
That sounds like a lot of precision work.
It is. And the youngest son, Daljit, owns a construction company. He has a team of workers who help with building houses and other structures. Each person in his team has a special role. For example, an engineer plans, directs, and supervises construction projects, making sure everything is done correctly. And then there's the mason, who lays bricks and plasters walls. A mason uses tools like a trowel, shovel, plane, and chisel to do his job.
What about the plumber? What does he do?
Good question. A plumber fits water pipes, ensuring that water flows correctly throughout the house. He uses tools like a screwdriver, a spanner, piler, and a hammer. Don't forget the electrician. He fits wires and plugs using a screwdriver, nuts, bolts, and a soldering iron to make sure all the electric connections are safe and working. And then we have the carpenter, who makes shelves, cupboards, and other wooden items. These days, carpenters also make modular kitchens, which are very popular.
What about painting the house?
That's where the painter comes in. The painter uses rollers, spray paint guns, ladders, and of course paint to give the house a fresh look. And let's not forget the glazier, who installs window panes and other glass fittings. Glass plays a big role in making homes look beautiful and bright.
What does an interior designer do?
An interior designer is responsible for making the inside of the house look beautiful and functional. They choose the right colors, furniture, and decorations to create a pleasant living space. And finally, there's the laborer, who works under the instructions of the engineer. They do a lot of the heavy lifting and assist with various tasks during the construction process. As you can see, it takes a whole team of skilled people to build a house, each playing an important role. Sodhi Ji's family is a perfect example of how construction has evolved over time, from simple mud houses to modern buildings.
तो बच्चों, सोढ़ी जी के परिवार ने मिट्टी के घर से लेकर एक शानदार हवेली तक का सफर किया, जिसमें सबका अपना अलग योगदान था। उनके बेटों ने नए टूल्स और टेक्निक्स का इस्तेमाल करके कंस्ट्रक्शन को और भी एफिशिएंट बनाया। ये दिखाता है कि कैसे पुरानी सोच को नई टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ जोड़कर हम मजबूत और सुंदर घर बना सकते हैं।
Now that we know about all the different roles in construction, let's talk about the types of houses that Daljit's construction company builds. Daljit's company has constructed a variety of homes, like beautiful bungalows with spacious lawns and even swimming pools. They have also built row houses. These are similar houses built in a row, one next to the other. And of course, there are multi-story buildings with many floors where several families can live comfortably.
Wow, so many different kinds of houses. But what if someone urgently needs a home?
That's where prefabricated houses or modular homes come in. These homes are built in sections of site, usually onto steel beams. The prefabricated walls, floor, and ceilings are then transported to the site where they are assembled. They are cheaper, stronger, and require much less time to construct. Prefabricated houses are a great option for people who need a sturdy home quickly. Sodhiji's recent visit to his friend Namdevji. Namdevji still lives in a simple mud house and uses a public toilet. When Sodhiji visited, he told Namdevji about a government scheme that helps people like him. The government has a scheme where low-cost pakka brick houses are allotted to those who live in kacha houses or slums. This means people living in temporary or weak structures can get a strong, permanent home at a lower cost. Not only that, but the government is also offering a grant of Rs 12,000 to Rs 15,000 for the construction of toilets for underprivileged families. Do you know, in Japan, they have to build houses differently because the country is prone to earthquakes?
How are their houses different?
In Japan, houses are often constructed from materials like paper and bamboo. These materials are very light, so when there is an earthquake, the houses might shake, but they don't fall down easily. It's a clever way to keep people safe in such a dangerous environment. In many cities and towns in a country, the government is building affordable housing. Have you seen any government-built homes in your city or town? These projects are part of efforts to renew and plan cities so that everyone has access to basic services like housing, energy, green spaces, and a safe environment.
दलजीत की कंपनी हर तरह के घर बनाती है, चाहे वो बंगलोज हो, रो हाउसेस हो या मल्टी स्टोरी बिल्डिंग्स। और जब जल्दी से एक मजबूत घर बनाने की ज़रूरत हो तो प्री फैब्रिकेटेड होम्स एक बेहतरीन ऑप्शन होते हैं। सरकार भी कमज़ोर घरों में रहने वाले लोगों के लिए सस्ते और पक्के घर बनाने में मदद कर रही है ताकि सबको सुरक्षित और सुविधा से भरा जीवन मिल सके।
Let's review what we have learned today. Different materials like wood, mud, bricks, cement, steel, and glass are used to build various types of houses. Sodhiji's story shows the shift from simple mud houses to grand havelis made with bricks, limestone, and wood. The brick making process involves mixing, shaping, drying, burning, and cooling to create strong building blocks. Sodhiji's family business has grown to include modern construction techniques like automated brick factories and roles for architects and engineers. Building a house requires skilled workers, including masons, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, painters, glaziers, interior designers, and laborers, each with specific tools and tasks. Daljit's construction company builds various homes like bungalows, row houses, multi-story buildings, and prefabricated houses. Prefabricated homes are made off-site and put together quickly, offering a strong and affordable housing options. Government programs provide low-cost brick houses and grants for toilet construction to help those living in temporary or weak homes. In Japan, houses are often made with lightweight materials like paper and bamboo to stay safe during earthquakes. The government works to improve cities, ensuring everyone has access to housing, energy, green spaces, and a safe environment. Thank you for joining us. Keep learning and exploring with Wood Apple Resources.